The Audi Q7 has always been one of the top picks when it comes to luxury 3-row crossovers. Today we have the latest 2025 Audi Q7 45 Premium. With the new competition out there like the Lexus TX and the refreshed Acura MDX, is this Q7 still one of the best choices you can get? Let's go ahead and find out. Let's start things off with the pricing and trim level. The Q7 comes in 3 different trim levels, and it can be paired to either a V6 or a 4-cylinder engine. We have the 45 Premium, which is the base trim level paired to the 4-cylinder engine. With the paint, the optional 20-inch wheels, the trailer hitch, and the convenience package, our tester is $65,140 US. Let's see how good the base model really is. Taking a look at the exterior design, you'll notice that the Q7 looks a little bit different thanks to the 2025 refresh. The chrome grille has grown larger in size, and you'll continue to find a non-functional vent beneath the headlights. Speaking of the headlights, these are also different for 2025. You'll find fully LED headlights as standard equipment with projector-style LED headlamps and a sequential turn signal. Fog lights are still not available on the Q7. Taking a look at the wheels, the Q7 comes with a wide variety of wheel options, but the 45 Premium comes with only 2. We have the larger 20-inch wheels, which is an extra $1,000. Taking a look at the side profile, you will find a chrome molding at the bottom and more chrome surrounding the windows. The mirrors are going to be fully loaded even on the space model with heating, blind spot monitoring, auto dimming, and power folding. Taking a look at the back, you will find a $750 tow hitch and the return of the rear exhaust. As far as the taillights go, these will be mostly LED, as in you'll find these LED brake lights, an incandescent reverse light, and these sequential turn signals. Overall, great look to the back, and you can even get OLED taillights on the SQ7. Pretty crazy. Now let's take a look at the interior and see what the 45 Premium is going to get you. This is the 45 Premium, so this is going to be the minimum of what you get in the Q7. Starting out with the door panel, you're going to find soft touch plastic on the upper part, soft touch on your armrest, glossy wood trim, 2-person memory seats, and storage down below. These seats will be made of a faux leather, however you can get real leather on the Premium Plus and Alcona leather on the Prestige. You will also get 12 ways of power adjusting. Getting inside is no problem at all. And taking a look at some of the controls, you have your headlight controls right here, fog light controls on the Premium Plus and Prestige, and you get some storage right here. Taking a look at the steering wheel, this will be wrapped in a faux leather, and all Q7s will get heating. You also get Audi's Virtual Cockpit Plus system. Very nice graphics. I really like the way that this looks. You can choose all of your different settings right here. You can even make this whole thing a map if you want to. Of course, the parts bordering it will not be digital. Taking a look at materials, these will be basically the same on the Premium Plus and Prestige. The upper part will be finished in soft touch plastic, however you can get it in leatherettes on the Prestige. More of that glossy wood trim, some aluminum running through here, more gloss black all through here, and some plastic along here. Now these buttons can be finished in the gloss plastic if you go for the SQ7 or the Q7 Prestige, and everything fits together extremely well. Taking a look at storage, this is a pretty weak area for the Q7. You're going to find 2 cup holders, a place to store your key fob, and then if you lift that up, you're going to find another little storage tray, as well as phone charger, and a little area to store something. This is a very weak area for the Q7, and it doesn't get any better on any other Audi model. So despite this being the biggest Audi that they make, you're not going to find that much storage. So of course, this will be falling behind by quite a bit from the Lexus TX. Taking a look at the climate controls, you will get 3-zone automatic on this Premium. You can option on 4-zone automatic on the Premium Plus, and Prestige gets standard 4-zone automatic.
As for this model, you do have dual zone up front. You can even pull this menu out and slide up and down. You change your modes right here, and you have some different controls up here. Of course, you're going to find 3 stages of heated seats. You can get ventilated seats on the Premium Plus, and it is standard on the Prestige. And you can change your fan speed right here. Taking a look at the main infotainment system, this is Audi's latest system. However, it is actually showing its age. This hasn't been updated since about 2020-ish, so I'd like them to make some changes to this. However, it does support wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and you get navigation. Overall, the responsiveness of this system is fine, and I don't think you'll have any problems with it at all. Taking a look up top, you're going to find a standard rear view mirror, no digital camera mirror. And you're going to find a large panoramic sunroof on all Q7 models. I did forget to address the rear camera system, so let's go over that really quick. When you put the car in reverse, you're going to find a very high-resolution 360-degree backup camera. All Q7s come with this as standard equipment. You can also go into a 3D view and you can spin around the car. And it is so good that you can't even see where the cameras meet. However, they need to change the way this Q7 looks on the screen because this is stuck in 2024. This is a 2025 Q7, so they need to change that immediately. You can also keep it when it's in park, and you have a ton of different views. Now you can go and see the sides of it. You can see where the wheels are. You can even see where the back wheels are. There's the front view, and there's a wide front view. So as you can see, a very advanced camera system, definitely good for parking this family SUV.
Now let's take a look at the passenger side and see what your front passenger is going to get. The door panel is going to be made of soft touch plastic on the top, more soft touch on the armrest, glossy wood trim, and a little bit of storage down below. The seats are going to be made of the same faux leather that's on the driver's side, and you'll get 8 ways of power adjusting. The base model is going to delete the 4 extra ways of lumbar support. The Q7 has a ton of gloss black on the dashboard and some faux wood trim. You also get more of that glossy wood trim where your knees would rest against. The glove box has plenty of space, and as you can see, you can fit a lot of stuff in here. Also, it's felt lined, so nothing is going to get scratched. Now let's take a look at the rear seats, because this is the most important part of this Audi Q7. The door panel is going to be made of the same materials, including the soft touch plastic, the glossy wood trim, some extra storage space for a cigarette, and a little bit more down below. The seats will be made of faux leather, and they can slide and recline. They are not heated on today's model. You can get them heated with an optional package on the Premium Plus, and it is standard on the Prestige. There is no handle, which is unfortunate because smaller kids might have a little bit of trouble getting into this car. In the back of the Q7, I have a little bit of legroom. It is falling behind the Lexus TX, and there is a netted pocket for anything else. In the center here, you'll find 2 air vents and a 3rd zone of climate control. There is a 4th zone available on the Premium Plus and standard on the Prestige. That is definitely worth it. Most 4-zone climate control systems only allow you to control the temperature, but the Q7 allows each passenger to achieve their desired fan speed, and they can have a choice whether they want it on auto or not. Beneath that are 2 USB-C ports and a cigarette lighter, and here is one of the things that Audi needs to work on. When you fold this down, there is kind of a hard armrest, and if you push this button, that will reveal 2 very tiny cup holders. I don't even know what can fit in these cup holders, but I would definitely like to see some improvement on that design. Now let's take a look at the 3rd row, because this is the whole point of buying the largest Audi SUV. Getting into the 3rd row is actually kind of hard. You have to push down the seat, and then you have to pull up the seat, and it's also pretty heavy. Compared to the Acura MDX and Lexus TX with the electronic release, I think that it is actually a little bit cumbersome for smaller kids. Another thing worth pointing out is that there are some switches here so that you can power fold up the 3rd row so that if you forgot to put it up, you don't have to go all the way to the trunk to put it up. Now inside the 3rd row, this is actually kind of disappointing. This is the only Audi SUV with a 3rd row, and I have to say, it's pretty tight.
I don't have a lot of legroom. The armrest is made of plastic. There's only one cup holder, no vents, USB ports, anything like that. So overall, compared to the competition, this is actually kind of disappointing. I never thought I'd say this, but this Q7's third row should only be used in emergencies. Putting kids back here would be fine, but the car seats would take up plenty of space. Now let's move on to the cargo area and see how much space we get in the back of this Audi Q7. There is hands-free access standard across the board, but because of the trailer hitch, it's going to be hard to get access to. Behind the third row, you'll find 14.2 cubic feet of cargo room. You will also find a cubby off to the left side. It is netted, so nothing is going to go anywhere. To fold down the third row, you're just going to push these buttons off to the left and hold it until the third row is completely flat. With the third row down, you'll find 35.7 cubic feet of cargo room, and with all the rows down, that will expand to 69.6. These are not great numbers, but it's still okay for the class. I'm sure you'll notice this at some point, but the taillights actually go up completely with the tailgate itself. This is technically against US regulations, so how does Audi get away with it? You see, when the brake lights are on and the tailgate opens, the brake lights will actually move to the bottom where the reverse light is. Pretty clever, and it's enough to make this Q7 legal on US roads. Now let's take a look at the powertrain and see what is powering this Audi Q7. We have the base powertrain today, known as the 45, which is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. This makes 261 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque. All of this is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and you get a pretty good 21 miles per gallon combined. You also get another option, known as the 55. That is a 3-liter turbocharged V6, making 335 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. You do sacrifice fuel economy, but you do shave off about a second for 0 to 60 time. If you want the maximum performance, I would definitely recommend going for the SQ7. Now let's talk about competition, because this is changing a lot for 2025. A lot of cars are being refreshed or redesigned, and some newly updated cars are continuing on strong for 2025. The Lexus TX and Mazda CX-90 were new last year, and they are great options with lots of space in all 3 rows and a good amount of space in the trunk. Those are going on strong, but what about the refreshed and redesigned ones? The Buick Enclave has been fully redesigned for 2025. The Lincoln Aviator and Acura MDX, two of the most close competitors to this Q7, are also being refreshed so that they have new faces and they have a couple new colors on the inside. Overall, the Q7 is in a pretty good place for 2025, but if you need a little bit more space in the trunk space in the third row, maybe check out the Lexus TX because it has plenty of space in the back. Dimensions remain the same this year at 199 inches long and 78 inches wide. Well, that is going to wrap up today's video on this 2025 Audi Q7 45 Premium. While Audi didn't do too much to refresh this Q7, they definitely made it effective with the new design and the new colors inside. Would you buy this Audi Q7 over the competition like the Lexus TX and Lincoln Aviator? Be sure to comment your thoughts down below. And as far as this video, thank you so much for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.